Welcome back everyone to Front Mission First Remake, and I'm going to show you how you should have your squad set up at this point before I do the next mission. First, we're going to cover the skills. The skills for Royd are Speed, Duel, Switch, and Guide, and you'll notice that Ryuji also has Speed, Duel, Switch, and Guide. So does Natalie, so does Keith, so does JJ, and of course Frederick, you've only got Speed, Switch, and Guide since he cannot learn Duel. And for Mei Hua, if you grinded her in the arena, which I strongly advise you do like I did, you'll notice that she has Double, Stun, and First, okay? She only has 3 skill slots. She is melee only, so that's exactly what you need to do. And here's a quick tidbit of information in regards to how you grind her. You need to obviously select her for the arena, and the one that you're gonna grind on and earn all the XP on is Werewolf, because Rudensky, as you can see, is not here. So what I did was I grinded Werewolf until I had enough melee skill to go down after Django. I think she was at 22 to 24 melee skill, maybe a touch bit higher before she was ready to just grind on Django and earn up more XP, and that's essentially how it worked out. I think eventually she got to the point of where she could go after Demon 5 once she was stun level 2 and double level 2, but that was later on. I think she was I don't know, what was the skill level, maybe somewhere around 32 to 34, that's my educated guess. And we're going to go to setup so I can show you individually what everybody is running and why. So at this point in the game, before you're about to do mission 5, you're going to want to have Royd set up with the Vaj body, and then he's going to get the Husky Mark for arms, both arms, and then the Husky legs too. And then for the CPU, you're going to give him the Sech V CPU, and you're going to throw 2 PAP 55 SMGs on him. And then you're going to use the WS-20 shield on the left shoulder. And then, of course, you're going to have the Galvados brand new missile launcher on there. And then you're going to finish, of course, with the backpack, the Chipmunk backpack that is newly available. If you'll observe, I have a few of them set up the exact same way. For example, Ryuji is set up the same way with his mech. I also have JJ set up the same way with his mech. All those exact same parts. Now, you notice Primrose and Jerry Can, obviously Keith and Natalie are set up slightly different. Here's why. I've got them in the Husky Mark IV full set for all the arms, the legs, and the body. And the CPU I put on them is different, okay? The CPU I have on them is the Meteor, because that adds a little bit more of a long-range buff for the missiles and the grenade launcher, and it still has a really good short-range stat of 36. And she, of course, has the Type 7 Iguchi grenade launcher, and she also has the PAP 55 SMG. Keith is set up the exact same way. As you can see, different fire control systems are required, along with the correlating skills, in order to maximize the effectiveness of a weapon and also factor into its accuracy. Okay, skill and CPU fire control system factor in a hit percentage too. So do keep that in mind. That is a very important detail, just in case you didn't know. Now you do. And you notice that Frederick and Meihua are set up different here in Witness and Gyokuren. So we're going to cover Frederick now. Now, Frederick, because the way he's set up, it's a little bit different. He has the Zygo 6B body, which is just slightly better than the Tempest. Slightly better with a little bit less defense, not a problem. And then I have the Husky Mark IV arms on him, as well as the Husky Mark IV legs. As for his CPU, it's the Meteor CPU, and he also has the PAP 55 SMG, and if you go over the left shoulder, he obviously has the WS-20 shield and the Egret rocket launcher, which we earned, a couple missions back or so, back at the crash site. Now, obviously, we're going to go to Meihua and Gyokuren and she has the entire Husky Mark IV set right here, as you can see, for the arms, the body, the legs, all that. And her CPU is that Russian CPU, which again you can buy in the shop at this point in the game. Napreya or something, if that's how you pronounce that. She has melee of 22 and dodge of 22 as an added buff, thanks to that actual CPU right there. And of course the Chipmunk backpack. And for her melee weapons, of course, the F1 Tonfa is all that's available for melee at this point, and since she's purely a melee character, you're only going to have melee and you're only going to have dodge. That's what you need to do. That's how you should have your squad set up at this point in the game. That concludes this video. On the next one, I will be doing the 5th mission. Like and subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to keep seeing more Front Mission First Remake content like this.